Hello, class. Welcome back to your fourth day of AP Classroom. I, of course, am your teacher, Eli, here with my TA,
Cody.
and a special guest today, all the way from the AP Art classroom. We have.
It's Matt.
All right, let's get started.
It's a Matt, guys.
I was really just like, oh, Matt. I was really just expecting you to be like Matt.
No, I gotta add some enthusiasm.
So, Matt, you wanna give a little fill in of how you know us?
Yeah, so I really met you guys like in school. I actually met Eli long time ago. We played soccer together.
Yeah,
Our dads were our coaches. Um,
it's not as
but
fun as you think.
yeah. And then I met Cody in fifth grade, and we have been friends since then. And then I really started to talk to Eli again this year, like this school year, not this calendar year.
Much to my dismay. I'm joking.
But yeah, so I've known you guys
Uh,
for a pretty long time.
Yeah. Oh my God, we really wanted Matt to be our first guest because he's like the best friend mutually between me and Cody. So it just felt right.
Yeah, that is true. Um,
I'm glad I could be
so
your first.
Matt, we have
Okay.
Matt. What did I say about innuendos on the podcast?
It wasn't, but it was.
That
But
was
like, listen, it
You
didn't
get
have to
one.
be.
You
You,
get
you
one.
made it.
You get
Cody
one.
and Matt have the relationship of like two old married people.
Uh,
They're like done with each other in every way, and they're just looking to die together. They're just looking for people to die with.
I don't
hundred
think that's
percent.
I mean, I
It
guess
like half the time. The other
yeah,
half it is sport.
sport.
Sport. Eat sport. You know how
Um,
much Cody likes sport.
no, that's not my half, Eli. For reference, so Matt and I are rooming together in college, and I texted him, our room is gonna be, our dorm room's gonna be half sport, half surreal dread.
Yep.
Oh, I thought you were gonna talk about the video.
Um,
Um, can we play that clip and like can you insert it?
Yes, we'll play
oh,
that
that's
right now.
amazing.
We're gonna live together.
I'm gonna fuck someone in the ass right now.
The clip has been played.
Yeah,
That clip, we were in an a we were playing Apex together because this is like our squad usually the three of us, and I had to go like eat dinner or something, and I come back and they're like, "Oh boy, you missed some stuff," and then Cody sent me that clip, and I just died of laughter.
it's
Mhm.
so funny. This is the legitimate hope in
Do you want
my
to explain
voice.
that clip?
So,
Because without
Ma-
context, that's probably very confusing.
yeah, so I just found out that Matt and I would be rooming together, which is why I say we're gonna live together in such a hopeful tone. Matt is frustrated about something completely separate, hence his comment.
Yeah, because he had just accepted into the college and I hadn't accepted yet. I was still working through other colleges, and one was being particularly annoying, and it happened to be at that exact time.
Hence that amazing clip. But yes, Matt and I's dorm room will have a very interesting aesthetic. It's gonna be like half football jerseys, half obscure posters.
Yup.
And then in the
And
middle, just a picture of me.
now we're gonna get like one of those wooden signs that says like live, laugh, love, or like bless this mess or something.
We should just have the. I like the idea of just having like a
Go,
shrine of Eli in the middle that just ties us together.
Yeah, like a
please.
summoning circle.
Yeah. I'm so we have a larger friend group with a few other people in it. And how many people? There's us three, the twins, and then Lance and Kate.
Yeah.
Correct.
Me and Kate are the only ones not attending your college.
L, huge L right there for you.
So is it really? I don't think so.
But theoretically, we're all going to be relatively close. Like
Possible.
possibly.
Unless
Listen,
Eli goes to his weird Pennsylvania amusement park college.
It's not weird. It's not an amusement park.
It's
So
an
these two
amusement
have already
park.
committed. Dude, we're recording this at the end of March. You have till May 1st to submit and like your down payment and commit basically. My last college tour is the first weekend, like the first weekend of April vacation.
I
So I'm
already own a
really kind
hoodie.
of, yeah. I actually today I just got back from touring at college and God, I hate car rides and it's 3 hours away. But they gave me a free shirt, so
Oh, nice.
I still use a water bottle from my college that already rejected me because it's their fault for giving me the free shit.
Oh, for sure. The day after I accepted the college that I'm going to, I went to soccer practice the next day in a different college's shirt.
That's a
I was
power
just wondering,
move.
like, should I was just wondering, like, are you okay to say the names of colleges? But the way, like, we're still openly supporting other colleges, we probably shouldn't. Just in case.
I mean, Matt and I probably could. We're not
Yeah, I
really
don't
in any
care.
jeopardy there. I don't know if your amusement park college is gonna get offended and
Why are you calling it an
eject you.
amusement park?
I forget what
Is
it's
it because
called, but it
the
sounds like
name?
an amusement park. I forget the name of it though.
Action class.
That's like Action Park or something.
It's just called Six Flags University.
No, that sounds more like a college than whatever you sent me.
I mean, I bet you half of the engineers going to like WPI and stuff are just gonna make roller coasters now.
Yeah, you
They
think
definitely
so?
might.
Moving on.
There's always moments where one of us makes a joke that just doesn't vibe with the other two, and there's always that weird silence. It's very funny for the other.
But I also feel like 90% of those are me. And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's
I
why we
like,
love
you
you,
know what?
Matt.
I embrace it.
So I brought this up last podcast, but this is just a straight like beeline in the opposite direction. This isn't a segue or anything. Cody, what is with your Discord status this week?
What is it? Oh, this is I
It's
am what
I
you
am
eat.
what you eat.
This actually is a segue backwards. It goes back to
No way, this is a segue. This
yes,
is
it came from. I just changed it because Matt and I were in a call before this, and we were figuring out a poster to make for our dorm room, and we wanted to parody the "You Are What You Eat" middle school posters.
I am what you eat.
So I just wrote, "I am what you eat." I guess if you eat a human, that's correct.
Probably.
Yeah, it doesn't say who you're referring to. You could be referring to a cannibal.
Speaking of eating things, I had a pretty poor experience
Oh.
a couple days ago.
Oh, wow,
Now,
segue. Oh my god.
yeah, I know, and this ties into a story Matt has, and I'll let him completely tell it. But let me set the scene. So
Well, I will be taking the back seat for this episode, just so the audience knows these two are gonna go at it. So
yeah,
I'm just gonna be here.
so basically, on Friday I had to record or like help live stream. I was the camera guy helping live stream a football game, and then I forgot to bring water, so I was super dehydrated because I was on like sideline cam. So I was walking up and down, so I got really dehydrated. And then I went to Burger King afterwards, which is always a mistake, but you know, I'm not known for my great life choices. So I got Burger King right after. And then I ended up getting like a migraine from the dehydration and also food poisoning from Burger King. So I had the worst migraine of my life as I'm just projectile vomiting. And all while Matt and I have to submit our roommate request form together. So we're on a call. I can't see straight. I'm in the middle of like throwing up and having a migraine. And I'm just trying to get this done. And Matt is trying to just explain what it was like trying to pull me through that, Matt.
So, the migraine that you had, you were like mumbling your words. You couldn't see straight. Your
Yeah,
hands were shaking.
yeah.
And so we had two steps to this. We had to fill out a form and we had to write an email. I I think you wrote 6 revisions of that email. And the first one was in a different language. I swear.
Oh, absolutely.
If you sent that to someone else, they would not know what you're saying, like
Okay.
whatsoever.
If I can
You send me a
find the
picture of it?
yeah, if I can find the original email, it'll be an editor's note right here on the episode.
But it was it was it was a weird experience just seeing because Cody's normally like a generally well-spoken person and can types like
Yeah,
eight,
more than us do.
yeah, for sure, and types like
Like,
800 words a minute. Having me
Yeah.
be the one that carries him through writing that email, man, it felt great and so like I am not supposed to be in this position. At some point, he was writing a line in his email. And one of it was like, by the time you get this email, you will have gotten the form or something. But the way he said the sentence was like, by the time you get this email, I will be dead. So
It felt true at the time.
Wait,
but,
so I can get so I can feel like I'm still a part of this podcast for some video. Can I tell you what my experience with this whole thing was?
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. Matt doesn't know about. Wait, I think he might actually.
so this was on Friday. We're filming this on a Sunday. He just texted me out of nowhere at like 9 p.m. You hexed me in all caps. I said, "Oh, so you bastard, you did this to me. What did I do?" And then me and Cody were having an argument earlier in the week, and basically I made him. Yeah, I influenced this thing a little bit, and I was like, "Oh, okay, sorry." And he goes, "Why?" in all caps with multiple Y's. I said sorry. For some actual context, I have food poisoning I have food poisoning and a migraine for 2 hours. Oh shit, how'd you get food poisoning? The king betrayed me. And then I responded
You did.
by sending him a Spotify link to Elton John's The King Must Die.
I can't believe the
I
king
thought
would
that
do
was-
that to me, dude. I'm gonna never go back to. Dude, I'm mad at the king.
You're gonna get Burger King like next month, I bet.
Probably.
I was about to say the next time that you record a football game, you're going to get the Burger King.
Probably.
Oh, but it was half of his words were just like squished together.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I have a speech impediment. And the way Cody described it was I talk without spaces in my sentences, which was exactly what he was doing. Oh, for sure. But all of my friends don't notice because I talk to them so much. And it's definitely gotten better. But the way he described it was like you talk without spaces in your sentences, and that was exactly what he was doing to a T. I remember specifically. Yeah, every time he wrote the email, there were less and less mistakes, but the mistakes got funnier every time.
X Garrick.
To the point where,
X Garrick.
but most of the mistakes were like in the way he spelled his name. So either it was like Cody Ferrig, or like he had like the X in front of his last name,
That's
or at
my
some point.
gamer tag, okay? X Garrick wasn't a typo. That's just how I sign off my emails. X Garrick.
Man, if I was not there, and he sent that first email he wrote to the housing department, I think they would have immediately retracted their acceptance.
Absolutely. They would have undid it all. They would have been like, no.
And then they
Please
would have like
don't.
taken the computer to someone, be like thinking they got a virus. Like whatever you sent them was not okay.
It kind of did look like a virus.
Mm-hmm. Some sort of like malware code.
Yeah.
I have $3,000 worth of gold and need it to store somewhere. What's your bank account?
No, that's way too coherent for what it was.
I'm the second wife of Nelson Mandela. He's in critical condition.
I need.
Okay. Oh my lord!
Get another segue in you, Cody? Or
I don't think I can get after he's in critical condition. I don't know, Nelson Mandela's second wife. I think I have a segue for that.
We can do after that.
I do have another topic though.
Yeah, let's just go to that. God, this is gonna be in a shambles.
So we're 14 minutes in.
I don't know if it feels like 5 minutes in or an hour in.
No, it's felt like a day, my dude. So
Okay.
wait, so just before we segue into that, Cody put the most accurate description of this episode of just it's either gonna be the best or like the worst
I'm feeling the best so
we've
far.
ever produced. I'm feeling the worst real bad.
I feel like we're gonna think it's the best, but it's actually going to be the worst.
Listen.
Because no one's going to have a clue what we're saying.
Eli, you think it's the worst for
exactly
now.
that's exactly what's going to be with the Cody episode.
The Cody episode will be great, and it is still
And it will happen.
Yeah!
Release the Cody cut.
I've laid
Yeah!
my boundaries for what needs to happen before that cursed episode
No,
comes
I'm
out.
just gonna put it out there, man. I'm sorry. At a certain
I will
point,
delete the channel, and I'm not even joking. If you just put it up, I'm deleting the channel. This podcast will never exist.
Well, that won't actually help, but sure.
They put it on CP Classroom.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Kate's podcast.
If I put it on a different channel, will you delete this one? Because that would be kind of great. I have that much power on my own channel.
That's a power move for sure.
There can be only one me, which is kind of goes against the whole plot of the Cody episode. But I'm committed still.
The
So,
Cody
yeah.
episode is going to go on Broadway.
Yeah, but if I do put it on a different channel, will you delete this one?
No, as long as you don't promote it on this channel.
Fair enough.
What if I promote it on this channel?
Good question. We'll figure out the loopholes.
Oh God, Cody, what's this fucking topic?
You're so Matt and I have a time-honored pastime of getting just the fattest dubs in Dead by Daylight.
This is where you guys take about the podcast.
Eli, goodbye.
I'll be here in the background if you need me. You guys go on your tangent.
The reason that Eli is bowing out currently is because, despite not having a real excuse, he doesn't play Dead by Daylight like Matt and I do. Now, Matt doesn't play it as much as me, but every time, pretty much every time Matt plays it, I play with him.
Correct. I have played it 1.5 times without you.
Yes, that is true. It's just I don't even have I don't even have a long topic for this. This is our only opportunity to mention it on this podcast. This is my only opportunity to talk about this game. It has my most playtime out of any game. I have almost 900 hours in it. I have to talk about it now, or I'll just be, morally remiss. Eli has muted himself.
He is just gone for this segment.
That is honestly great. So, Matt.
Yeah.
If Eli was in Dead by Daylight.
Oh, okay.
What perks do you think he would
Do
run?
not slander my name while I'm muted. This isn't fair.
I'm thinking technician.
I'm thinking technician.
Self-care.
Sticky fingers because he wouldn't realize that he's a survivor.
God,
Yeah.
This is such a stupid bit. This is such a stupid topic. This is gonna alienate so many people.
Yeah, we're thinking self-care, technician, sticky fingers. What else, Eli?
Everyone at home, I'm so sorry for this. This is such a stupid. This is worse than the Lego bit. That's saying
This entire episode is just gonna be Matt and I having fun and Eli getting mad in the background.
It's literally every time we hang out.
Except when other people are here and then Lance just pops in and makes fun of all of us.
That's true.
Listen, don't mention other guests on your episode. Do you want
Lance
this
is the
attention or
great
not?
equalizer.
That sounds ominous.
Do you just ask me to not promote our other friends that will absolutely be on this podcast
Yeah,
at some
what the
other
hell was
point in
that?
time?
We literally already
Right.
told Lance he was gonna be on it at one point.
That's the episode I'm waiting for.
Hold on, we just got to do a quick check-in segment right here. Eli, you okay, bro? You seem really mad. You doing?
I'm not mad. So I hate car rides so much when I'm not driving. I get car sick really easily. For the past 2 days, I just had 2 5-hour car rides, and I'm not doing great.
You should just
pour
let
yourself
me
some
drive
scotch.
you. You should let me drive you, so that way you won't
I
be
would
bored on
honestly
your
like
car ride.
almost nothing less.
I would want nothing more.
Thanks, Matt. I'll drive you.
Go back to your Dead by Daylight bit so we can get this part over with.
We were done with the Dead by Daylight bit. You run sticky fingers, self-care, and technician, and you forgot
Your
to
bit
equip
was
a
just
fourth
telling
perk.
what I would have.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the bit.
And the best part is, Sticky Fingers is not a perk, nor is it a survivor perk of what it actually is.
Yeah. The amount of layers you need to go through to understand. You know what? If anybody leaves in the comments with what the hell sticky fingers is, I don't even care if you play Dead by Daylight. Do like an hour of research trying to figure out what the hell sticky fingers is. And I
It's the
will
best perk.
I
It's gonna
will
be
email
YouTube.
you
You're the only people that comment on our.
personally.
You're the only ones that comment on our videos.
And I'll be right, so somebody has to beat me to it.
No one watches that.
We see this episode when its posted comments are disabled.
That'd be a genius. Okay.
Eli, do you
I
have
have-
any
I have
topics?
I have one topic.
Let's burn through it real fast. 21 minutes in.
So, as we already discussed, you two are going to the same college. But it's funny how all three of us chose different art mediums, like
100%.
unknowingly of each
Some
other.
better than others.
Yep,
Yeah,
definitely.
theater's
Some of
easily
ours
the
move
coolest
and actually
one.
have expressions. So, some of us have a
Theater
stupid
is
AP.
easily the best one.
Okay, so I'm a theater person. Cody, you're film, as we discussed, and Matt,
I
you're
am film.
the worst one.
Yeah, I'm art. We are the Unemployed Tri-force.
Yeah.
We should start a second podcast and that be the name.
100%.
Yeah. So I don't know. Thought that could be fun to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I-
funny
I
how
mean-
like
Like, what drew you guys
Here, wait,
to
how
that
about this?
specific major?
Yeah, I was
Or,
literally just going to say that. Matt, you go
specific
first.
interest.
So I've always been into art, and I'm not going to say I've always been good at it, but I've always been better than others. So my dad.
I've always been better than
Better
others.
you.
That's great.
I mean, so my dad is an industrial designer, and I've learned so much from him. And I'm going into college. Cody, we should just say where we're going. Like,
Going to mass art.
yeah, going to mass art. in
You
Boston.
spoiled it.
Oh no, they were supposed to figure it out. But I'm going to major in graphic or industrial design. I haven't totally chosen, but it's going to be one of the two. And I've just gotten that through my dad. He's always been super into art, and I don't know. I love the idea of being able to make things that other people can just look at and enjoy.
Yeah, that's
Why Matt's new calendar is coming out at the end of the month. Pre-order it online.
I've seen it. Trust me, you're gonna want to get the extra large edition on this one.
Who
boys.
do you
It's
think
gonna
took
be
the
worth it.
pictures?
Himself. That's what. Have you seen this man's photographs? He's the most photogenic person ever.
It is funny because every time I don't know why. Every time I go to the doctors, they say that I feel like I'm the least photogenic person on the
Nah,
planet.
you're incredibly photogenic, man.
I mean, I appreciate it.
Do you want to hear a funny side note about me? I'm super not photogenic.
Man,
So,
that one saxophone piano picture though, whatever that machine was.
Yeah.
Why can you two just not remember the name of it? It's a melodica.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say that next.
So when I went to go get my braces done, they had me take a picture, and I was wearing a black hoodie zipped up all the way, and there was a piece of my hair sticking straight up and bent to the side that they just didn't tell me about. I look like I just went through my third divorce. It's such a rough picture that I
Did
hope
you?
never sees the light of day. I honestly, Eli had the same emotional state as someone who was on their third divorce.
The way you described that made it seem like those binoculars that come out of submarines, or the what's the thing that you? Okay, what's the thing that pirates have?
Oh, I
and
know.
you look into it. What's it called?
Okay, Matt. The
Isn't it a
submarine thing is a
telescope?
periscope.
Yeah,
That's a periscope. I think a telescope is the one-eyed one, isn't it?
that's what I was thinking of. But the way you described that with your hair sticking up and to the side, just seemed like you had a periscope just sticking out of your head.
Oh, it was in a
Parabola?
Matt, you go to the smart school. Parabola.
Parabola.
Wait, why can't I pronounce? Wait, what's the word?
Parabola.
Parabola. Yeah, it's like that. It was in that motion.
Cool
It was in a
story. Eli, why did you
parabolic arc.
choose acting? Cool, you got weird hair. Why do you like pretending to be other people?
I'm just.
Wow. Holy. Wow. You just shut down this man's career
I was
within
gonna
6
talk about
words.
Matt's a little more, but Jesus, I don't
Matt, you got anything
Cool
else
hair.
to say?
Cool hair story.
Yes.
Why are you other people?
Why are you other people?
Explain this, Eli. I'm sick of it. I don't understand it. Each time I see you, you claim to be somebody different, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. Explain.
Dude, I was gonna talk about Matt's for like at least 5 more minutes.
Matt, you got anything else to say about yours?
The reason I did art is
That's
so
what
I
I
could just
thought.
No, it was what I was. I hate this recording so much already.
I love it. The reason I'm going into art is so I can draw fan fiction of Eli's plays.
Nice. Now, Eli, how do you feel about that?
Bro, no, Cody, I need a minute. You talk about your stupid thing. Let me.
You need a minute, pose for the camera.
My stupid thing is better than Eli's in every single way because if somebody messes up, you can just edit it out. Because we don't live in like Shakespearean times. This is really mean. I know
And then
people
it
who are
is.
actors.
You just insulted a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, well, what are they gonna do? Act at me?
Cody, those ghosts in your living room might be a little more materialized next time.
Real quick. What do people do in movies? Is it not acting?
What?
Oh no! You got me, dude. You got me. Oh,
Matt, you're a G.
oh my god! Yeah, but my thing, I like making weird art videos. Why? Because I am actually a primordial being trapped in a human flesh prison, and my art is a way to finally increase my power enough to break out and assume my true form.
Oh, you're
That's
running
about
Breakout?
Cody, were you friends with?
Nice.
Did you know Cody's YouTube channel and Cody's middle school YouTube channel?
Did you just ask Cody if he watched his own middle school
No,
YouTube
I
channel?
watched you. Did I say Cody? I meant Matt.
We're not
yeah.
talking about my
Oh.
middle school YouTube channel.
Yes, we are.
Well, why not? That's like the best
will-
one.
Since
I
you
will-
insulted my entire stream. No, we're talking about this.
I mean, you called.
Did you ever
I
watch
mean, I literally only insulted yours because you insulted mine. But whatever.
I didn't. You insulted mine first.
I legitimately did not.
Yes, you did.
I mean, I think if we need to talk about middle school YouTube channels, it should have been mine. With
It
my
was beautiful.
quality iMovie productions. I remember one specific like time I went over to your house, Cody, and like we were recording something, and it was a game show, and you called it Sweet Tooth. I remember it so vividly because the questions were so easy. I was so stupid at the time. It was like H2O. Which is it, hydrogen or oxygen that has two of them? And I was like, oxygen. And I was so confident. And so I go to I'm not going to say the school that I go to currently.
Asthma.
I go to a breathing condition.
Yes.
But I go to a what people call the nerd school, and I completely agree. Which makes it 20 times better than I'm going to college for art.
Yeah.
But
I love the name. The name of your school makes it so much. Yeah, like you said, it makes it so much funnier that going to school to draw.
100%. I just remember that one video recording so specifically, and how stupid I was, and how confident I was in it.
Nice. I mean, that's if you're gonna be stupid, at least be incredibly confident. That way, you might trick other people into thinking you're not stupid.
Yep.
So a lot of people get by.
Yep.
Like the thing is, I'd say
Including multiple people in this call.
Including everyone in this call.
Yep. By
Agreed.
multiple, I mean 3.
I'd say I am relatively book smart, and I have not an ounce of street smarts in me. And book smarts, as in, I know how to find a derivative of almost any function, and I couldn't tell you like 10 major countries in Europe if I
Matt,
really thought
Matt, we gotta get you into prison.
about it.
Matt, you gotta go to prison. That should be a special episode. Matt, we will send him to prison.
One
And he
after
will-
episode is playing mini golf, and the next is Matt goes to prison.
Yeah.
Oh, I want contact mini golf, by the way. Like when you go, I want it to be physical.
Matt.
I want it to be
Matt.
aggressive.
I don't like the connotation this has.
I don't either.
Well, that's tough. Moving on. So, Eli Theater.
Oh,
Explain it.
okay.
What's the appeal, Eli?
Cody, you didn't even touch on. Fine.
Yes, I did. I
Um,
went a whole
But
sentence about
you didn't
mine.
say why you got into it. You said I make weird videos.
I feel like you weren't listening at all then.
That is also a possibility.
He's like some immortal being and he wants to like get untrapped or something.
Oh yeah, but I meant like the real reason,
Yeah.
That is the real reason.
Cody.
That's what he thinks it is.
Unless you can prove that's not the real reason, that's what I'm going with.
All right, Eli Theater.
I like theater. When I was younger, I grew up with an older sister, and she always forced me to like dress up. And then I always like watching Disney movies, and musical like episodes are always my favorite. And then in seventh grade, I auditioned for the musical. I expected to get like Milkman #2. I got the lead.
And you got Milkman
That
number
was
3,
cool.
baby, and that's where it
Yeah,
all
baby.
started.
It was a show was called Once Upon a Mattress, and I got the lead, and it was really cool. And then I kind of just did it for a while because like I started doing it, and I was like, you know,
I
why
remember I
change
was gonna
anything?
go see that
And then
show.
recently,
I was almost
How
at your first show.
I was at your first show. Don't ask why. So
That's who I was
continue-
going there to meet.
I can't
continue.
continue after that.
I
Cody,
mean,
thoughts?
nope.
Again, I
this
can't tell if this is the best
apart
or
into a
worst
whole.
episode.
Is the worst. Me and Cody usually have like a flow to this. This is the most like.
I love this one so much.
and-
It's
Oh, you
pure
knew
chaos.
once I was here, you weren't gonna have an easy ride.
Oh yeah,
But
I love
the
it.
content was gonna be beautiful.
That's why I
I
thought
agree.
the Depa section was going to go on for longer, so I'd have to tune out more.
Do you want us to go on for longer about it? We can go on about K-pop Joker. That's fine.
No. All right. Well, my entire segment was just ruined. So, Cody, do you have another topic?
How was your? I feel like you're putting all of the
How
blame
do?
on me.
What do you mean? How was that ruined? How? What am I supposed to say after that?
I
think it
want to
was
know.
improved.
I want to know more about it. Like that was your first show, but then what were like the next steps that you took? Like how did you get to where you are from like where you were then to where you are now?
So yeah, Cody's gonna be like, and then. Oh, no,
It was
Cody
just
joke.
It was just a backstory that I was almost at your first show.
Oh,
I feel
God,
like you're
okay,
really mad at me this episode.
I'm not. I'm just tired.
This is
I'm
gonna be
sorry,
one of the
everyone.
episodes you watch, and then you text me like after it comes out, like, "Wow, I was not doing great."
Sorry.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
I do about the last. I do about the last week's episode.
Yeah, I'm just gonna accept your apology in real time right now, so you don't have to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
we
the
we
best.
are literally a Triforce. Like I'm like super energetic and smiley. Eli's like today he's like super down and like emo. And then Cody's is weird.
Usually that's Cody's bit. Usually Cody does all three.
Yeah, surreal dread. Welcome.
Oh, but it's funny how us three are like this good friends and we are completely opposite from each other.
Well, that's the whole science thing, right? Like opposites attract.
The whole science thing, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, I
Shall I
think
went
that's
to public
magnets
school?
you're thinking of, Eli.
What? Magnus?
Magnets.
Magnet.
Oh,
Oh, well,
Wow.
Well, it's weird because me and Matt actually have a lot more in common than like either of us do with Cody.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's weird, but like I love hanging out with you, but like we're both better friends with Cody than we are with each other.
Yeah.
I think that's and then Cody like links us.
It's because I've infested your minds. I'm not even real. I'm just a
Cody.
disease.
Do you think Cody even knows what a sport is?
Literally videotapes them. Like
Yep.
has fun doing it or something.
I mean, how, that is a good question. When you live stream the games, how focused are you on the games versus like what you're doing? Actually,
He texts us through half of them.
I guess it's true.
What? I only text you when I'm not actually like live streaming.
Oh, well, you used to record like girls volleyball, and I feel like you would always text me in the middle of a game.
Hold on, what? The way that you said that was not okay.
What do you?
What?
Wait, did I say that in a weird way? What do
No.
you mean?
Well, I didn't know about this. I thought you just started live streaming the football games.
I've recorded
Cody,
games.
you've been the president.
Yeah, I've recorded games for our high school since my freshman year.
Really? I remember you saying like your teacher was like, "Oh yeah, you can just like sub me in," and then he just never came. Um, but I thought you started this year.
I started live streaming this year.
Oh,
Hey,
okay. So there was a difference between live streaming and recording. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I understand now.
Yeah, one of them's recorded, one of them's live streamed, Matt.
Well, I didn't know if you were just like using the word interchangeably.
No. How focused am I on what I'm actually doing? Pretty focused, because I have a director in my ear telling me exactly what to do. So I'm less focused on the game and more focused on what they're telling me to do.
That's sweet though. Do you think that's gonna help in college at all? Like that having this experience of like having someone tell you how to like record something.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's a great experience overall, and doing something live, which you almost never get an opportunity to do, is great.
Yeah,
I feel like we've all done pretty well in high school in our respective fields.
yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
Like the AP art joke earlier was not a joke. Matt is legitimately a part of AP art.
yeah. Which is a real class.
No, it's not,
Um,
but, like it is, I guess.
like it's not, but it is. It is
Real class.
the AP Art at the Math and Science School. Um, Eli, you should talk about you being what?
Do we have AP art at our school?
Nope.
I don't think AP Art is a real class. No, well, no, it is because it's on call. It's on.
How do you
AP
get
class.
tested for that?
Oh, so
Draw a pretty
the,
picture.
So the test
Okay,
is
draw.
we have to choose.
It's just in like big, like impact font draw, and if it's good, if it's good or not.
Pretty much. Actually, the way it works is we have to put 20 pieces in. 5 of them are called quality works. There's works
Oh,
that
like
you've
puzzle?
done. Yeah, that's it. 5 of them are just.
The 20-piece puzzle is your AP exam.
I mean that's kind of a sick idea.
Do it under an hour to get a 5.
It's 20 pieces.
You get down to the last piece and it doesn't fit in any way you put it in. That's why no one has gotten a 5.
It's either a 5 or a 0.
Pass or fail AP classes.
So there's 5 quality works and then there's 15 in what's called a concentration. So they have to have the same idea. So I'm actually doing photography as my test submission, just because it's easier and it's faster. And I like photography a lot. But so for example, I'm doing macro photography in the sense that showing
Mackle photography?
Big photography.
I'm just taking no other way around.
Macklemore?
I was about to say I'm just taking pictures of Rap God.
Nice. Matt and I, huge Macklemore fans. We love
Shows how white we
Macklemore.
are.
We love Macklemore. Macklemore might be the best musician since whoever invented music. I don't know.
I mean, didn't Eli
Mozart?
Did you just segue me?
into the president of music?
Go for it, Eli.
Wow, that was smooth. I don't know if you even meant to do that or not.
Me?
Yeah. What do you?
I haven't heard a single thing I've said for the last 40 minutes.
He still has a migraine.
I was about to say he's still throwing up.
A little bit. To the
Okay,
migraine.
So,
I'm throwing up
does
a lot.
So Matt does AP art, and he does very well in that class. I do music and theater, so that's my whole character development. Like I take we have this running joke that I'm the president of music because I'm the current president of my school's Triumph chapter, which Triumph is just like a national honor society for high schools for performing on like ensembles. And somehow they elected me, so it's me now. So
It was fun. Sorry to cut you off. It was funny how you started saying that. You're like, we have this whole joke being that I'm the president of music because I'm the president of music.
That's what
I
I
said
thought
that,
you were
dude. Like
going.
Cody, I've not heard what I've said for the past hour. Matt, you're
Listen,
the
man.
most tuned in this episode.
Oh, of course. Well, I have to be. I'm the one that's running this at this point.
Yep. Honestly, I'm down to just give the podcast to Matt.
All right, we'll take this one. Me and Cody will be back next in 2 weeks.
Oh, that's not what I was saying.
It'll be
just
the
in
Matt.
general.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm the president of the Triumph Music Honor Society. I'm also taking AP Music Theory, and I do theater.
Which is like game theory, but
I was
less
gonna say just a theory.
Pat teaches it at the end of every class by law.
He gives the
required to
Pope
go, and that's
Undertale.
just theory.
Every
Every class is just every class is a dissection of the Megalovania theme, the Five Nights at Freddy's song.
The one that's not actually part of the game, but it's so well known that it's practically part of the game at this point.
There's sadly a lot of this. I used to listen to them.
I still no I'm kidding.
I think Cody, you also do pretty well in our school's like film and not industry. But
yeah, I've taken
community.
5 TV production classes, and I am the president. I've been the president, and still currently am, of essentially what's the TV production club.
I didn't know that.
3 years or 2 years, I can't remember, 2 or 3, who knows.
You came when you were a sophomore, weren't you? Because like there's no one else who was like.
Oh right, yeah. So there was no one else wanted to do it that was confident enough. And I record or live stream a lot of the sports for the high school. Like I've done hockey, basketball, volleyball, football. Pretty much every sport that they record except for lacrosse and soccer. So every real sport, I pretty much record.
Excuse you. Take it back.
I have to listen. I have to offend everyone this episode. I insulted actors. I insulted lacrosse and soccer players. Next, who knows what's next?
I mean, you guys are all the president or something. I was the captain of my JV team, and I should be the captain of the varsity team this year, but my coach is not a good person and is kind of stupid.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
I'm actually on Matt's soccer team. I can absolutely 100%.
Cody's actually the coach.
Cody's actually the water boy?
Yeah, I'm the coach. I agree. I am very dumb.
Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I have no idea. In fact, soccer, it's not even a real sport, so I don't know why I'm coaching it.
He only plays with 5 players on the field at all times.
I mean, there is pretty much only one real sport.
Croquet.
All right, Cody. What's the one real sport?
I'm not gonna say it. I'll offend people.
I thought I answered it in croquet.
No.
Is it like dodgeball? If you can dodge around.
I'm never gonna say it because people will get mad at me. But everybody out there, the sport you play while you listening to this, the sport that you play is the only real sport.
What if they play soccer or lacrosse?
Nobody that I don't know.
And then
if the button says subscribed, click it again, so it says subscribe. There you go. Or have someone who can read do it for you.
You look back, you have 1 less subscriber than you did before. I am no longer subscribed. You have 100% more dislikes than you had before.
Don't worry, Matt. I'll get in insulting everyone at some point this episode.
You have to insult the people that aren't here too, so they can't defend themselves.
Yeah, I already
They're too
did that.
stupid to even show up. Got him.
The CP classroom joke is easily the best joke on this show.
She doesn't even know we make it.
No, we know what the best joke on this show was. Eli and I are on the same page with what the best
Dude, nothing will ever beat that bit.
It won't. I don't even know why we do this show anymore. I'm never gonna beat the one from the first episode about the ghosts in my living room.
It's so funny. The audiences doesn't understand why that's so funny. That's the best part.
The third person in the call doesn't understand either.
Well, you definitely get the context. I just think you don't know the joke.
Yeah.
So Matt is actually like, I mean, it's not hard to attain this title, but you are probably our number one fan because you listen to all of these episodes as soon as they come out.
Well, it's sure as hell not me.
I'm expecting a shirt within the next month being I'm your number one fan.
You're the art major, you make it.
Yeah.
Make it, give it to us, and we'll sell it to you.
Okay, love it, beautiful.
That's capitalism.
It's just like Times New Roman, slightly off center, number one fan, and it's like FANN or something.
Be perfectly on brand for us.
Yep.
Matt has been very supportive of this podcast.
For some reason.
I must have done a lot.
Listen, I love you guys a lot, and I just love listening to you guys talk. I don't know. So the thing is, I haven't gotten into podcasts until like a year ago, but once I started, I like didn't stop. So I just love people talking, and I've always wanted my friends to do one because it just is like a way to tell stories without having to be there, and especially like right now, when it's harder for people to be there, it's just a fun way for me to hear you guys like just talk about stuff, and it's like having a conversation, but I don't have to put any effort into it.
I mean, now you do.
Yeah.
Wait, why? Never mind. I'm not pretending like any of us are putting in effort right now.
I have a notepad. I'm taking notes. Like,
studying for the test.
Is it gonna be in the test?
How many people do you think listen to this while they do something else?
Me.
I think a better question is how many people listen to this outside of people we know?
None.
I mean, no, one person.
The one DuckDuckGo person.
Oh yeah, the one DuckDuckGo person. I've heard about him.
But like, you think if I just started addressing somebody directly, they'd freak them out?
Like, hey, you, Jonathan.
Yeah.
I wanted to be just like, just randomly, you just throw in someone that you know, just like their name. Just that's it. It's just like, it's clearly post-recorded, thrown in over you guys talking, and just to like just creep someone out.
Clive could be his real name.
You know his real name, don't you now, Matt?
No.
Have we not told you his real name?
No, but somebody said it on a Discord call.
Someone definitely said it, and I definitely don't remember. You definitely said it, and I definitely don't remember.
Should I say it again so Cody has to edit over?
Nope, I will not do it. If you say it again, I will not edit over it.
We made that joke in the podcast that like he should dub over it. And Cody texted me like, I've been dubbing over this stupid name for like an hour.
I'm never doing it again. If somebody says his real name, it's just gonna have to ruin his life, and I don't care.
I just feel like
I've ruined my friendship with him. He's just not gonna talk.
Also, it's a risk I'm willing to take.
It's a risk I might be willing to take as well.
Let's say it. 3.
Oh no! I'm
3, 2, 1.
What?
Oh, you know, good old.
We've devolved to just random noises at this point. I love it.
What happens when we get mad on the podcast? On the podcast.
The podcast.
I'm so out of it. You don't understand.
What's up, guys? Welcome back on the podcast.
So sorry.
Eli is gonna be in literal tears by the end of it.
How much longer do we need, Cody?
We need like 10 more minutes.
Minute?
10 more minutes.
Oh God.
I mean, I brought a topic if you guys want.
You know what, Matt? He told me about it earlier because he didn't believe in us. I bet you feel like an idiot now, Matt, because we're clearly professionals.
100%. So I was thinking about this in the car the other day. What do you guys think is the most replayable game? And like what qualifies that? So
Like
what
video
makes
game?
what makes a video game like have a replayable like attribute to it?
So
Oh, I have an
by
answer for this. I'm gonna ask
replayable,
for
it has to have an end, right?
Not something. Yes, okay. So not like an online game. So something
Yeah.
where it's like you play it and then you would
Okay. Okay.
enjoy playing it again.
Oh, well, I have an answer, but I don't know if it counts now. I was gonna say Minecraft, like definitively, because that game you can just basically do anything in. But like, if we're not like, it's
Yeah,
not
I
really
mean,
an
I guess that
online
counts.
game.
I think more like story driven games. So the way I thought about it was like take have you guys have not played Uncharted, but you know what it is, right?
I've
I
played it.
played halfway
You
through
pl-
the first one.
Got it. Okay, so I'm at the same spot as you. I can already tell like that game is like completely story driven. And I can tell that's a game that like I really like it, but I wouldn't want to replay it because I feel like
Yeah,
just replaying it is like I wouldn't gain anything different from it. It would be the same story, the same gameplay.
I was gonna
Eh,
say I'm not enjoying playing it through the first time. Why would I ever want to replay that game the second time?
Fair enough. But a game like Skyrim, which I think is the most replayable game, anytime you replay it, it's
Oh,
different because it's big enough to have like different ways to play it, and then there's so much in the game that you can do, and there's so much in the game that you can do a second time you play it that you didn't do in the first time. And you not only is there different things to do, but there's different ways to play it. Like you can choose a different class, you can use weapon versus magic. Like there's just so many options. And after you get through like that first village, anything's you can do anything.
Yeah.
actually, I've been wanting to play Skyrim for a long time. I just haven't.
See, I think my answer to the replayability question might be cheating because the gameplay loop is built on replaying it. It's Hades. Right? That's the game. Is you
Yeah,
have
the
to
game is like
replay
just
it.
dying and retrying.
Like
That's a
even if
great
you
game.
yeah, like the whole thing is just replaying it. So Hades, I guess. Other than that, obviously Hotline Miami. I mean, like, come
Yeah.
on.
There has to be like different qualities to it. I think it's like some games are like somewhat replayable, so it's either like there's different things to do the next time you go, or there's things you can miss, or it's like you can play it in a different way.
Yeah,
So
the thing about Hotline Miami is it's gonna be the same game every single time you play it. Like you can do it with the different masks, but it's pretty much gonna be the same thing. The skill comes in trying to beat yourself, like trying to get all A pluses on every level. Like
right,
that's where the replayability fun comes from. Is trying to like speed run it.
but the way I see it is like when I say replay, I mean you would have to reset the game versus going back to the first level and playing through it again. It's
Oh,
like, is there a difference there? Because in all the games, even like any platformer really, where you can just go back to a previous level, it's like if you can just do that versus resetting your game, is it really replayable?
I mean, but if I mean it's the same thing. Like if you play like Bethesda games like Skyrim and Fallout 4 without a mod that lets you skip the beginning, if you can mod your games, you're a lunatic because those beginnings always take so long. It's so nice
Yeah,
just to skip them.
yeah, for sure.
So like, does that
Um,
make it less replayable? I don't know. I guess maybe
I mean,
technically.
like I think the reason why Skyrim is such a replayable game is like even though that beginning part is so it's the same every time, and I haven't played it, and obviously I'm talking about Skyrim Elder Scrolls. Um,
Yeah.
like once you like almost die and then you don't die and then you like the dragon like goes blah 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 and you leave that little town. Everything is like it tells you what you should do, but absolutely anything you can do anything from that point on. It is a 100% open world game from that point on. But then a game like Breath of the Wild is yeah, it's open world and yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do, but it's like in the end you're just going to do this and like it's over.
I
There's
I
there's no
agree with
different way
you.
to play it, and I think obviously I think it is replayable, but not as replayable as Skyrim.
I've never played Skyrim, so I can't really weigh in on that. But like, Skyrim was gonna be like one of my answers. I was gonna say the last. Oh, I don't. I have such a hard time replaying games. Like once I beat a game, I just normally just put it away and never try it again. 'Cause I don't think I can ever like achieve the satisfaction of beating it the first time. That's just me personally. I was gonna say The Last of Us because just like the emotional journey was just really good in that game. God, oh, don't worry, I won't go. Cody, don't worry, I won't go down the depressing slide again. But I would say like Breath of the Wild is probably of all the games I've played the most. That's the only game I've replayed.
Yeah.
Like, fully.
Do you guys
Because,
like rage games like Jump King and getting
yes.
over it?
Oh my god, I love them so much.
I love them so much too. When you said emotional journey, literally nothing will compare to the emotional journey of me beating Jump King for the first time. Dude, I was freaking sweating. I was sweating. I was crying. I was bleeding. It was an experience.
One of my favorite games of all time is a little game called Cuphead.
Oh,
but
yes.
I will not be lying. If that is the only game that has made me legitimately throw my controller in rage.
That is the only game that.
You don't like Cuphead, Cody?
No.
Oh,
I said, what boss made you throw your controller?
Literally, so many. I have a confession to make. I technically beat that game. I
don't like the word technically in there, Eli. That kind of sounds like technician, and that's for quitters.
Ace, man.
Remember, I was stuck on King Dice. Let me finish.
Finish this generator.
Okay.
I think Cuphead is one of the only games that I've legitimately never actually been able to beat.
I think Cuphead is legitimately one of the only games.
I think you might be right.
Yeah.
I think Eli might be one of the only people.
I agree with that.
I think, actually, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that anymore. He might be dead.
Eli is not one of the people.
For the people?
I'm multiple people.
Eh? Eli would run for the people for sure.
Eli, are you running BT? DS? If you're not running BT, there's no way you're escaping.
Eli is not running Unbreakable.
Eli, if you don't know how to dumb tech, get off my team.
I'm done. I'm so close to leaving this podcast and having you two finish it.
Dude, I mean, it would get even better. So, I mean, I'm not going to tell you to do it, but I'm just saying.
For like another 3 hours.
Oh, yeah, it would be the longest by far. You'd see next Monday, like a 7-hour video.
Part 1. 10 hours long. What the fuck?
You just come back. We can't even make jokes of it anymore. We're just like, more time.
I come back to record. You guys are still talking.
It's just like we can't do anything with it. We just start like saying words, just like game, Michael.
Matt, be sure to run resilient so we can do it faster.
That's you.
I'm gonna shoot myself.
That's a concerning clip that I now have.
I'm gonna fuck someone in
Eli, I don't think you realize what audio clips you're really giving me here.
God, I'm defeated. Can this episode end?
I win. This is what the whole podcast episode was about. Matt and I just beating Eli down to win.
I must say, if you ever...
This is the most replayable game.
Yes. Replay this.
Say my real answer.
Yeah, replay this when you're having a bad day, this episode, and just picture the person you don't like is Eli.
We are all in just such a ridiculous spot in our lives right now. Like, a couple of days
I'm in my room.
I will say I'm just here.
Well, good for you. Cody just got off of almost dying. Like, Eli has been in a car ride for 600 hours.
You can't kill me.
I don't know what the worst part about that is.
Yeah.
It was only like 3 to 5 hours each way. I'm going toward the Pennsylvania one early April. That one's 8 hours away. I'm gonna jump out of the car. I hate car rides so much.
He jumps in the car, grows wings, and just flies.
Oh, and then I tumble. Wasn't that scene in Lady Bird? Cody, you're the movie person.
Yeah, that was a scene in Lady Bird.
I remember.
And then Eli, you'll go through About like a 90-minute adventure to become a woman.
Yeah.
And I'll be
uh,
Timothy Chalamet.
I'll be Michael Keaton.
And
probably
I'll be
mine.
Michael Keaton. And Matt will be Michael Keaton.
I will also be Michael Keaton. I was looking at
I
these
was, I was,
paintings.
wait, I was waiting for Matt to see it, to say it. I was like, Matt, come on, pick up on the bit, and then you just didn't.
All right. Well, we have unfortunately reached the end of our episode.
Oh, thank God!
No,
Um,
this episode never ends. So I have another no kidding.
No, Matt,
So, all right. So thank you for our guest, Michael Keaton, for joining us.
Oh,
Obviously,
You're
my
welcome.
co-host, Michael Keaton.
this is the
If you-
this episode is so bad.
This is the best episode. The more you say it's worse, the better it gets.
Exactly. I've been your host, Michael Keaton, and thank you for watching.